you guys just saw, I have to drive through that puddle on a daily basis to go anywhere. This is going down my driveway. This is in my driveway right here, unfortunately. And I found out that these side skirts they're pretty good at collecting dirt and mud, as you guys can see right there. All right, everybody, before we jump into this video, there's something I want to talk about real quick, and that is we are so close to 2,000 subscribers. I just want to thank you guys so much. Probably by the time you guys are seeing this video, we might already be at 2,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you guys so much. Like, this is actually insane. I don't even know what to say besides thank you. Like, it's actually crazy, if you want to be completely honest with you. And just once again, thank you guys so much for all the support, seriously. Now, the last thing I wanted to touch on real quick is a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago at this point, I put up a poll on the channel and asked you guys what you wanted to see more: wheels and tires, a carbon fiber hood and stuff like that, or downpipes and a tune. You guys voted for wheels and tires, so yeah, they're on the way. That's all I really want to say. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure about 9 out of 10 times I start my car and it's warm, I do that. I just can't help it, man. It sounds so good. So as you guys already know by the title and the thumbnail of the video, today I'm going to be telling you guys why exactly I chose a 3.8 Genesis Coupe over a 2.0T. There's really about 4 things that made me choose this 3.8 over the 2.0T. So let's go ahead and talk about those now. All right, so the first reason I chose a 3.8 over a 2.0T is because of the out-of-the-box power the 3.8 has. The BK2 Genesis Coupe 3.8 comes with 348 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, compared to the BK2 2.0T, which comes with 274 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque, which by no means are small numbers. It's actually pretty quick, but compared to a Genesis Coupe 3.8, you get the extra 75 horsepower and the extra 20 pound-feet of torque. So if you are how I was for the longest time, when I got this car, I did not do anything to this car for about 2.5 years, and then I finally started modding it. That was when I started my channel, basically. Well, I did have an exhaust and test pipes on here, but those don't really do anything for power. So if you're like me and you don't really plan on modding your Genesis Coupe, the 3.8 is definitely the way to go, just because it comes with 75 extra horsepower and 20 extra pound-feet of torque over the 2.0T. And another thing to note is, even to make the 2.0 BK2 as fast as a 3.8 BK2, it takes probably at least $1,500 to make your stock BK2 2.0T as fast as a stock 3.8 BK2. So yeah, there's something else to consider. Now, as for the 3.8, once you start modding this thing, it turns into a completely different animal. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of performance mods for this thing, not near as many as there is for the 2.0T. You can't just put on a new turbo, you can't just do simple things like that make it faster. This thing takes a decent amount more money to make it faster, but once you decide to pull the trigger and start putting that money into this car, it becomes a whole different animal. So yeah, that's the first reason I chose a 3.8 over a 2.0T. This road right here is one of my favorites to drive on, but unfortunately we're stuck behind somebody who's going pretty slow, so I'm gonna gain some distance on them, and then we're just gonna just catch back up real quick. Now, the second reason I chose a 3.8 over a 2.0T is because of reliability issues. Now, I'm not saying that the 2.0T is necessarily unreliable, but I've looked through probably thousands and thousands of pages on the Gen Coupe forums and on Reddit just talking about these cars, and I see quite a few people with 2.0Ts talk about boost leaks. And from what I've heard, it's something you really can't completely avoid. If you have a turbo car, at some point you will more than likely experience a boost leak. But honestly, both of the cars are pretty reliable. I've heard of plenty of examples of the 3.8 and the 2.0T going well over 100,000 miles. But honestly, as long as you take care of your car and do regular oil changes and just regular routine maintenance, you should have no issues, and either a 3.8 or a 2.0T should be able to easily bring you past 100,000 miles. Looks safe. Can't help myself. Now, this reason and the next reason are really the main 2 reasons why I chose this car. This one is, of course, going to have to be the sound. The sound of this car, once you put an exhaust on it, I mean, honestly, it sounds pretty similar to a GTR. Obviously, there's no turbos, and obviously, the GTR has a different engine in it, but this thing sounds so damn good, in my opinion. It absolutely screams. Let me just give you guys a quick taste test here. sound, man, this sound is why I get out of bed every morning. Like, I just love the sound of this car. Obviously, it does not sound like this until you put an exhaust on it, but even stock, this thing just sounds really good. So if you guys are on the fence on whether or not you should get a 3.8 or a 2.0T and you really like how GTRs sound, well, maybe you should just go ahead and get yourself a 3.8, because I'm not gonna lie, with an exhaust, like I said, it sounds pretty similar to a GTR, but of course without the turbo noises. And that is going to be the third reason I chose the 3.8 over the 2.0T. I feel like I've said 3.8 and 2.0T like 8 million times so far in this video. Well, I was going to stop here and bust out a quick donut, but it appears I'm not welcome back. I wonder why. Now, on to the final reason, the fourth and final reason why I chose a Genesis Coupe 3.8 over the 2.0T. And that is going to be because obviously the 3.8 is naturally aspirated, whereas the 2.0T is turboed, of course. And I just really wanted to go with a naturally aspirated car again. Now, maybe I'm a bit biased because I've never owned and modified a turbo car, but I just really love naturally aspirated cars. Like, I just love the instant throttle response and just how they drive, basically. Like, they just feel so good to me. Like, you put your foot down and it takes off instantly. Obviously, a turbo car does too, but you got to deal with a little bit of turbo lag, which is always fun to deal with, because when the boost hits, it goes crazy and that's fun. But like, I just really wanted to go with a naturally aspirated car. Maybe my next car will be a turbo one, and then I'll change my mind and I'll want to get turbo cars from now on. But for now, I just really wanted to get another naturally aspirated car instead of a turbo car, because like I said, from what I'd seen on the forums, I'd done so much research before I got this car. From what I was seeing, this car, the 3.8, had less problems than the 2.0T had, and most of the problems that the 2.0T had came from it being a turboed car. Now, I'm sure if I hopped in and drove a modified 2.0T, I would have loads of fun, but for some reason, I was just drawn to the naturally aspirated, I can't say that word for some reason, 3.8. And honestly, it's probably mainly because of the sound. Now, I'm not denying that a 2.0T with a blow-off valve and a tune and stuff sounds absolutely sick, because it does. The noise the blow-off valve makes whenever you let off just sounds so sick. I could sit there and listen to that sound all day. But going back to my last reason, this thing sounds like a GTR to me. Well, not completely like a GTR, but you get the point. It sounds like a GTR, and I just could not resist going with the naturally aspirated 3.8 over the 2.0T. But yeah, those are really the four main reasons why I chose a Genesis Coupe 3.8 over a 2.0T. Now, before we wrap this video up, I just wanted to touch on what I was talking about in the beginning of this video, and that is the wheels and tires. So, like I said, 2 weeks ago, maybe max, I put up a poll on the channel, asked you guys what you wanted to see more, and it was a very close call between wheels and tires and headers and a tune. But wheels and tires ended up beating it out. I believe the wheels and tires are at 42% and the headers and tune are at 39% or something like that. So yeah, you guys wanted to see wheels and tires first, so I'm happy to say the wheels are on the way and the tires have actually already gotten here. Now, I ordered the tires last Wednesday and they got here on Friday. It literally only took them 2 days to get here, so that was awesome. But now I'm just waiting on the wheels. I ordered those last week as well. I'm pretty sure I ordered them on Thursday. Got them from Fitment Industries. I'm not going to tell you guys what they are just yet. If you want to guess down in the comments below, feel free to, but I'm not going to say for sure what they are until you guys see them for yourself on the car. But yeah, that is really going to wrap it up for this video. I just wanted to tell you guys why I chose a Genesis Coupe 3.8 over the 2.0T. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you guys like this video, do not forget to drop a like and subscribe. Peace out. I will see you guys in the next one.